Marcello. I would like to thank Marcello and Marina for making this meeting possible. I just want to get to... All right. I don't possibly need to explain to you what Insurtecus is about. It is where technology meets insurance. Now, I'm an insurance broker just like yourself. I didn't go to any external company to tell them what I needed. I told them exactly what the problems that we face in our industry. Now, I would assume that the South African insurance fraternity is no different to that of yours. When I realized I'm running out of time and my insurance book was growing in age, I realized that I have to do something to entice the younger generation to join. Historically, I've insured commercial clients together with their domestic policies, and unfortunately, the younger generations, the mothers and fathers, children, I could never entice them to join our brokerage the way their mothers and fathers did. I realized that if I have to do something, I have to do something different. We started an app called Snap It Cover, which was an app which was designed in India. And the app was based around the principle of you've got two bicycles. You can only ride one bicycle at a time. So what you have to do is you take a photo of your mountain bike, you take a photo of your road bike, and then you switch on the cover. You go for your 60-kilometer sprint on a Saturday morning, you come back and you switch off the cover. So it will only charge you for that one day. So it's fully fledged on-demand cover. We had a local insurer, Old Mutual Insure, as well as a reinsurance company, Munich Re, which was only too keen to adopt our technology and support our initiative. But while we were doing this Snap It Cover app, designing it in India, we realized we can use the same principle but for commercial insurance. Now, commercial insurance is much more of a money spinner, much more of a rainmaker versus insuring golf clubs or insuring mobile equipments and whatever goes with it, any all risk items. Yellow machines, the same is more or less the same as as domestic all risk. The only difference, it contains different forms of liabilities, exposures, which you don't get with inclusive of a golf club set. Now, engineering insurance has always been our forte. We've had a large plant hire book, and we realized that these plant items on the 15th of December, they drive into the yard of the civil engineering company, and they will remain there until about the 5th of January. Now, coincidentally, that's also the same month that this plant hire company would close down for Christmas season. But it's also the same month that they need to pay bonuses. So we realized that if we can use the snapper technology by switching on and off the cover, we can now save the client. But you can't, on a plant hire item, you can't actually switch off the item. You can't, there's still a risk that the item might catch a light. There's still a risk that somebody might jump the fence and spray paint a yellow machine pink. And there's still a risk that some parts of this yellow machine can be stolen. So we opted, instead of the snapper technology, instead of switching it on and off, we then changed it from full comprehensive all risk cover to limited cover. Limited cover, not being the historically, I don't know if limited cover in your country is also referred to as third party fire and theft. Yeah, it is referred to that, and we've now realized that you don't need a third party exposure if the item is standing still. So our limited cover is a mere fire, theft and malicious damage cover. So we designed the technology around that principle. So it's a switch between full comprehensive cover and limited cover. Now, that can be done in various ways. Many of these plant hire items, same as agricultural equipment, they've got an OBD port, OBD1 and OBD2. Some even have more, where you can plug in a tracking device. So you can actually take the technology which we have developed, and you can automate it with automatic telematics. Now in South Africa, we've got an insurance company behind this initiative, which whereby if the item is standing still and it is in the yard, it switches automatically from full comprehensive cover to limited cover. We mainly sell that because there's a cost factor involved to the more larger plant hire companies, where they can fit the monthly bill by paying for these tracking devices. It's not much. We're really not talking about a lot of money. US dollars, maybe 15 US dollars, $20 a month. So it's not much. But for the smaller operating companies, they might not want to install tracking devices. So it's something which we opt for the more larger companies. When we started Truck and Plant on Demand, we realized that we can do the same for agricultural equipment. A harvester, a combine, a tractor. Some of these harvesters are like 150, 200,000 US dollars in value. So they are hugely beneficial for them to save on their cost. Now many of them only work for a period of 3 months. Now in South Africa, the insurance company don't allow us to switch off the cover. In other words, to cancel the insurance on a harvester. If a harvester has done its job and it's parked in the yard, then that item will only be used in 9 months again from there. But the insurance companies in South Africa says that they can change the cover. We can alter the cover in the sense that we increase the deductible. So in South African rands, we can increase a combine to 50,000 Rand deductible. But 3 months down the line, 9 months down the line, when the farmer climbs into his combine, and as I said, it's a 350,000 US dollar type of machine. When they climb back into their combine, they've neglected to reduce the cover, because unfortunately, us human beings, we are creatures of habit, and we tend to forget that we've opted for a very high deductible for that period while the item was standing still. Lo and behold, the item is involved in a vehicle accident by going from the one farm to the next, and lo and behold, the client needs to pay the extremely high deductible. So what we've done was, we can opt for automatic telematics, or we can do a manual on and off switch. Now what we've designed, and I'm going to share with you the technology now, is a web portal mobile app integration. So on the mobile app, you can see the mobile app there. So on the mobile app's only got 2 functions. One, it can record the items, so you will list all the items from top to bottom, will appear here, as well as you can report a claim. So on a Friday afternoon, the digger loader or the truck drives past the logistics manager. He realizes there's a scratch from the far left hand side to the right hand side, and automatically he can take a photo of the damages. This damages will then instantaneously be sent to the broker as well as to the insurance company. Digitally, it can be assessed, and possibly Monday morning, first thing on arrival, the broker can be informed that the farmer can take in his item for repairs. Now that is the app. So the app has only got 2 components. You can switch the cover between full comprehensive and limited cover. Now I'm sharing with you all this information. Marina, I'm disabled for screen sharing. If you can please help me here.
Ale? No te escucho, Ale.
Okay, great. I'm Yeah.
Hold on a second, Kurt.
Yes.
It's all good
now.
Yeah, it's all good now. Thank you. Okay.
There we are.
Okay. This is what the web portal looks like. Now, on our website, which is here, and there's no difference between our website and your local banks too. Your local banks will have a showcase of the offer, and somewhere on the system there will be a link where you can enter your username and password, and from there it will take you into your own personal banking details. Now, exactly the same as us. On our website, we've got here on the far right hand side of becoming a partner. There's a gap there, and the reason for that is to accommodate the login portal to our web portal. Now, every single item here might not be insured in your country by the same insurer. It is first price if you can get one insurer to back you with commercial vehicles, engineering plant, agricultural equipment, light duty pickup trucks, own trailers, hired in and hired out trailers, and small plant being whackers and grinders and tool hire type of items. On the point of small plant hire, we've secured one of the largest accounts in South Africa, whereby our system will automatically integrate with the office management system. And when they are sending out a generator or a plate, a compactor or whatever, our system will automatically pick up the insurance component thereof. So if you can obtain that's the only effort that you need to actually do at your end. One is to obtain a willing and able insurer and or a reinsurer that's willing to back this initiative. You might not necessarily land up with as much as we've got, or you might even land up with much more. There's enough space here. Please pardon this extreme wide screen. My PC screen is very close to a TV screen, so it's not you will see it slightly a little bit more condensed from here. So this is an iframe. The iframe will now allow us to insure an item. So if I want to, for instance, insure a engineering plant item, I will go there. Now, an engineering plant item, there are only two crucial underwriting questions in South Africa. One is, are you the owner of the engineering plant, and are you hiring out that engineering plant inclusive of an operator? Now, that is less rated as when you are a hiree. Now you've got, you don't have a specific type of engineering plant item, and you then hire in from a third party. So there's less insurable interest there, so therefore that rate is slightly higher versus that one. So what you do here, you insert the values, then you can increase site liability, and once again, this will depend on what your underwriters allow you to have. It can be carbon copy, it can be slightly less, windscreen cover. So you want to, that's comprehensive cover. It gives you a little summary of what is comprehensive cover. Limited cover, it gives you a rundown on that one too. So yes, I want to insure this item, then you proceed and you can go through to now either the web portal or as a client or as a broker. Now in this case, I would like to introduce you first to the Super Admin portal. Now the Super Admin portal has got all the facilities to tweak the rates, to tweak the deductibles. The admin can do whatever they do on consent of the insurer. So over here, I just want to change this to the Super Admin and log in. All right. Now, for the first time in South African history, if we have to find out what is our loss ratio of our book, we have to phone the insurance companies and they will have to do the calculation. 2 weeks down the line, they come back to us and say, your total loss ratio of your entire book is 33%. This system here calculates it every single hour, split second of every minute. So it tells you what's your total sum insured of all your items. Now this can be everything. This can be your engineering plant. It's going to be your agricultural plant. It gives everything. Average time under limited cover, same, yeah. So it will fluctuate up and down over 12 months period. Average time on full comprehensive would be the other. And average premium spent over a 30-day period. So your claims would be reported here. So this is a dashboard which you as a broker would look at, and obviously the client would have a carbon copy of what his portfolio look like. Yeah, you've got your entire portfolio, he would see only his portfolio. So under the beneath the dashboard, there's a broker section, and this is where you can add your different brokers and categories. These are the different categories that we've got. Once again here, the agricultural equipment, and now you can change whatever it needs to be changed. Settings, exactly the same here. You've got the deductibles, please pardon that word, interest. It was a week ago that they had to change the word, or delete that word interest. But anyway, nevertheless, so you've got your back end. So this is via APIs, we will now collect that premium and pay it over to the insurance companies. This is the settings. Here you've got your various clients. Once again, this is super admin, so you will have all your clients listed here. As well as insured items, will have all the clients insured items here, unless you are specific, you're only looking for one specific insurance item or insurance brokers clients here. Now as you can see there's full comprehensive limited. When it's comprehensive, the item is out. When it's limited cover, the item is inside. Now as I informed you, everybody will have the ability to do more or less the same here, but on a mobile app. But before you can do that, you will have to go and create a depot manager. So while you've created now your depot manager, he would have the full Monty of the changing cover between full comprehensive cover and our limited cover. So this is what our dearly beloved clients would see. Now I just want to show you, I just want to go into the other portal. Okay, so that is the super admin portal. And as for your brokers may not have, he may not see the or might not have the right to change the rate. He cannot alter anything. He cannot tweak the deductibles. So this is what the broker would see, as well as the client. Although it makes mention clients there, under the super admin portal, you would delete the client from seeing the APIs. So if you delete it under the super admin portal, that word client will remain there, but the client won't have any ability to, it will be malfunctioned, that specific button. Dashboard, it's once again, now this is the client. The client would see everything that you see, but only for his own items. Here you've got the items listed from top to bottom. And once again, the client would have the ability to create a depot manager. And that is about the entire offer of our designed tech. Do you have any questions for me? Is there anything that you want to see on this web portal before we exit here?
Kurt, I have one question. Is there an option of the app or the portal in Spanish?
Whatever you see here needs to be designed into Spanish. So yes, that will happen. It's anything is possible, but we need your assistance there, obviously.
Okay. Anybody else have a question? ¿Alguien más que tenga una pregunta?
Yeah, I have a question. So I take all of these coverage are non-admitted for practical purposes in our countries, right? This is going to be non-admitted insurance.
Pardon me, I didn't hear the question properly.
These policies are non-admitted in our jurisdictions, right?
Yes. You will have to entice a local underwriter to do this. We can possibly approach our reinsurer, which is a European reinsurer, and ask them if they would favor to do the same in your country. But you would still have to secure a ground-up underwriter willing and able to take a line. In South Africa, we don't have any reinsurance on any item up to the value of 10 million South African rands. Now, there's not a single item which we have insured historically in excess of 10 million South African rands. So that is, in your country, it might be different. So that's why everything needs to be tweaked according to what your insurance company would allow. But as I said, we can entice our reinsurer, which is Hanover Re, to back the initiative in your country. Hanover Re is the carrier of the aggregate component as well as engineering and plant, engineering and small plant. The reinsurer under the heavy commercial vehicle is not Hanover Re. I would think that is Munich Re. But once again, it's only for items in excess of 10 million rands.
I have another question, Kurt. So when the client switches from a complete cover to a less comprehensive cover, yes, because he's not using the trucks or whatever, the machinery, is there any kind of, because you said that we are creatures of habit and perhaps we forget to switch back to a comprehensive coverage, is there any kind of alarm or something that lets you know that you have to tell the client, listen, if you're going to use the machinery, please remember to switch back?
Yes.
In the coverage, I don't know if it's clear, the question.
Okay, now what we've done here to assist our clients, two of my internal sales ladies would guide our clients for the first month or two. So we would, on an ad hoc basis, be phoning the client, asking the client if his skid steer or his backhoe loader or his excavator, if it's inside or outside, to familiarize him with how the system is supposed to work. Unfortunately, the clients would have the ability of choice. The client can go to any other insurance company selling historical insurance to him, traditional insurance to him. He's coming to you because he knows there's a 40% savings when the item is changed from full comprehensive to limited cover, which is what our South African insurance company has allowed. It's a 40% reduction in rate. In your country, it might be slightly different. The same technology which you're looking at here would be going to 5 different African countries quite shortly. And we don't know exactly how much they are willing to discount it, but I can't see it being very far off the current 40%. So a client has got when a client comes to you, he comes to you because it is He's technology driven. It might not be an established old company, which it might be the youngsters joining the company, or it might be the children of the father running the company, which are more tech savvy. But at the end of the day, the client has the choice of where he wants to insure his item. If they come to you, they know that there's a onerous decision that they need to make to change it from full comprehensive to limited and back to vice versa if the item's in operation.
Okay, great. ¿Alguien más tiene una pregunta para hacer de la app, de lo que KNOETZE presentó hasta el momento, del tipo de cobertura? ¿No? ¿Todo claro? Okay. KNOETZE, would you like to continue? Is this the presentation?
This is the presentation. I have sent to most this morning just a hello email from hello@truckplan.com. You're more than welcome to respond to that email, and then we can also show you how we can approach your insurers there's some videos which we've created, how you change the cover on the app, and how it reflects on the web portal, and vice versa, where you change it on the web portal, where it reflects in and out on the app. Please feel free to direct all your questions via email. If not, please just run it past Marina, and she will be too glad to send you our email address. But as for your insurers on that side, if you can identify an insurer, we can do a top and bottom approach. I can phone them, I can email them, I can show them, do presentations similar to what I've done here, or exactly as what I've done here, to make your life easier. But the groundwork needs to be done by you. You need to obtain a company that's willing and able to adopt Insurtech as the way of the future. I don't know many of the other countries, but in Argentina there is also a company called We Cover, which does something similar to Truck and Plant on Demand. The only difference is it's all risk cover, similar to the Snap It initiative which we've started. So I thank you for your time. Please feel free to send me an email, and if there's any assistance required to spark a need with your insurance company, we are there to help you.
Just
thank you, Kurt.
One little question, Kurt.
Yes, Pablo.
Many thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Regarding the device that you might install on the equipment for an automatic out and in coverage.
Yes.
Could you please explain how does it work?
We've got a company called Teflon Connect, which has developed a gateway tracking device, or it's gateway software more than a tracking device. So the software can tap into any tracking device. So if you've got a specific tracking device, it will pick up when that item is standing still. It will inform our system via APIs that the item is standing still and it is on the premises. Obviously, you don't want to switch off a cover for a yellow machine and it is standing next to the road waiting for a contract to commence 2 days later. Which is in many ways the case. You've got many of these yellow machines, same as agricultural machines, which are parked in the veld, and that's where it is left until that coming Monday morning. Nothing will happen to it, but you don't want to change the cover from limited cover, from full comprehensive to limited cover when the item is standing next to the road. It is Ukraine-Russian developed software. It is awesome. I can if you would allow us another presentation, I can get the gentleman from Teflon Connect also involved. It is technology which can be used all over the world. We can put you into contact with the suppliers of the software, but I'm positive many of your tracking device companies, fleet management system companies, would have something similar there.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pablo. All right.
Anyone else has any questions? Okay, Kurt, thank you very much for the presentation. We will share a press release in our website as well as in our social network with what you presented today. And
Lovely.
of course, thanking you. And we'll share this presentation, the video of this presentation with all of our members. So if they have any further questions or the ones that couldn't attend today want to contact you, of course, I'll pass it on. I'll pass your contact details to them. And then we'll talk about the presentation of Mr. Hanno, okay?
Yes, lovely.
Next month. Okay.
Absolutely.
La gente de LARS, si puede permanecer unos minutitos. We say goodbye to Kurt.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a public holiday here tomorrow.